Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Lindsay and this is Life with Lindsay. Today we have a post review. If you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Lindsay. I do mainly diamond painting and some other crafting related content, and I would love for you to like, subscribe, hit the bell, hop aboard the Hot Mess Express. Let's be friends. If you've been here before, hi, welcome. Thanks for coming back. So, if you are new to my post reviews, this is where I share all of my thoughts and opinions, the good, bad, the ugly, with a canvas that I have recently completed. This is Halloween. It is a Distracted by Diamond kit. It is by artist Emily Nakon. I hope I'm saying that right. If you'd like to see the unboxing for this, I will link that up in the eye. Before I get super into this, I do want to say, everything that I share here are all of my thoughts and opinions. I will share with you the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it may be, but please keep in mind that all opinions stated are my own, and what might be important to me might not be important to you. So let's get into this. If you guys, you can probably already hear it in my voice. This was not my favorite. I have not done a Distracted by Diamonds kit in, I want to say 2 years. The last one that I did was Dawn by Geneva Bowers. I will link the post review for that one up in the eye if you guys would like to see that. I don't know when things shifted. They used to do the printing of the canvas was done where the style of the colors would bleed into the ones next to it. Whether that was something you liked or not, for me, it threw me off when I first started doing it, but it gave it a softer overall appeal. That is gone. I don't know when that transition happened. As I said, I haven't worked on one since I think 2021. So now each individual square has a color on it. That's not good or bad. I just wanted to point that out. There were a few things right off the bat that frustrated me with this canvas. The first thing is the super inconsistencies when it comes to the glue. There were spots where the glue was so thick it was like coming up around the drills as I was placing them, and other spots where it was so thin and things were just sliding around and not sticking. And I don't mean sliding around as in the glue hadn't cured. I mean like there was like not enough adhesive. It was, I don't know how to describe it other than wavy. Like it wasn't an even pour. And that absolutely is something that happened with the manufacturer and not the distributor, and I understand that, but I do want to bring that to your attention, because I did speak with someone else who worked on this canvas, and they had similar experiences with it. And before I get super, super far into this, if you guys watched the unboxing for this, you'll know that this was given to me as a gift. So I do want to say thank you so much again to Audra from Diamond Painting Daily. I won this as a prize from her DP Holiday in July event, and I don't want anyone to take that as, well, she got this and she's being super ungrateful about it. No, I just want to share my thoughts and opinions with you, because this is going to change my thoughts and opinions moving forward if I decide to go out and buy another Distracted by Diamonds kit, or that you could take what I'm saying here and make an informed decision for yourself. Again, keep in mind the things that are important to me might not be important to you and vice versa. So I did want to mention that with the glue. There were a couple simple issues. I'll go over that with you guys here in a minute. This was a cute little canvas. It was a 52 by 53. It had 50 colors. It did not have any charted special drills. However, the owner of Distracted by Diamonds included a special drill sample that you could use, and it was to be used in the hat up here. I opted not to. I actually pulled out a couple special drills to add myself, and then decided against it. If that tells you anything, I decided I didn't want to waste the special drills that I had paid for on this canvas. Take it however you want to. And I'm not sitting here trying to come on and like bash the company, bash the canvas, or whatever it may be, because I enjoyed my previous canvas from Distracted by Diamonds. For me personally, I don't love the rendering of this. This had what many of us like to deem as excessive confetti. I understand that in order to get like the gradient effect, you have to alternate. And it looks like I got to use my multiplacer a whole lot, and there were a couple spots like in the skin, but the skin has so many different shades, and it's not cohesive. I don't know. There was, like, if you look at her hair, you can see there's a million different shades. Okay, fine. That I can understand. You want to give it depth. You want to give it dimension. I understand that. But for me, I think that the hat, for example, and the outline of her hair could have been done in a more clean line to give it a better effect. This is my opinion. I am also somebody, I will state this, I am somebody who does not love like the watercolor effect like you would get with a DIY Moon Shop kind of kit. Those are not my personal preferences in terms of rendering. I personally prefer a crisper, clearer line, but with this there was so much confetti that it just seemed muddled. You know, you have like the leaves here, and there would be chunks where it would be one color and it would look beautiful. But then, like, this little pumpkin gets so lost. You know, you can't tell the difference between the pumpkin and her hair here, because here's the stem. I just feel like a lot of it could have been done in cleaner lines to give it a sharper effect, and then filled in with the confetti. The only place I really got to use my multi-placer the whole time was on the white border on the outside. And I like the overall effect. I think that she came out cute. This was definitely not one of my favorite canvases to work on. It got to the point where I actually, if you've watched my recent whip and chats, you'll know that I have been, I have less and less time to diamond paint. Just the schedule of life is getting more and more hectic and more difficult to carve time out for myself. So when I do find time for myself, I want it to be meaningful and enjoyable. And this process has not been that. So I've really been dreading. I am not the kind of person who can work on multiple whips at the same time. If I put one to the side, I'm not coming back to it. The only time I've ever done that was Pirate Princess from Dream Resigns, which I'll link the post review for that up in the eye if you'd like to see it. That one was a situation in which it was just so exhausting that I was like, I just need a mental break for a few days. And I almost did that with this, but then I was like, I'm never going to come back. I completed this canvas over 11 days. It took 33 hours and 50 minutes. As I mentioned, 52 by 53 round drill canvas, 50 colors. So let's talk about the drills themselves. So I have, do I have a plain tray on my desk? Yes, I do. Sorry, guys. So I have not a whole lot of trash, but I also got to the point where I stopped picking them out. So let's see if you guys can see. I had a lot of the mini drills, but then I had a ton of drills that had like extra pooling on them. And these ones, I got to the point where I was tired of continuously picking them out. So if they didn't interfere with the drills being placed around it, I just kept them on my tray and kept going. But, I mean, again, this is not a whole lot of trash. And I know if somebody else were to complete this canvas, that perhaps they would do it with, they'd have a lot more trash. I'm not somebody who's super particular about the drills, as long as they are the right size and they fit. Because sometimes they, you know, buckle off. Or they're just a little too big. But I was getting to the point where they were just sticking in my tray because they were just slightly too big for the spot. And let me show you guys my drills. I had more than enough. Again, 50 colors. 2 colors were given second bags. One was the white on the outside and the other was purple. But you can see here I've got plenty left. Let's talk about the things with the drills that drive me nuts, shall we? There are two things that I hate more than anything when it comes to diamond painting. One, if you're going to use numbered symbols, have the number match up with the symbol. What do I mean by that? Number 1 is symbol 0. Number 2 is symbol 1. Number 3 is symbol 2. And it goes all the way to symbol number 9, which is symbol 8. So the entire time I was going back and forth. Now, this is not relevant to some people because some people cut off that first number and they only look at the symbol and the DMC. For me, the way I diamond paint, I find it much easier to look on my legend and go, oh, I need number 24, grab the one that says 24, than for me to go, oh, I need symbol R, let me find where symbol R is. That's how I personally work. It drives me nuts. I will say I appreciate that they had an 8 and not a capital B, but what they did do, this is the next thing, they used lowercase P, B, D, and Q. And they were next to each other. I have a photo or two, and I will put them up on the screen here. But I'm going to just show you guys. And I am somebody who also works on canvases upside down. P. I know I have another one. Where are you at? Well, we're just going to pull these right now because I don't know what happened to the other one. But here you go. Q, B, and D. They are all very similar in color. There is, as I mentioned, a lowercase p. which LM, and I don't know where it is. And now I'm freaking myself out. Anyway, there was also, to add to the measure, a capital P, which if you look at it upside down, looks like a lowercase d. Don't do this, companies. Please don't do this. Please don't use symbols that look so much alike. If anybody out there, I don't have any issues with letters and things like that, okay? But if there's somebody out there who's dyslexic, do you know how incredibly frustrating this would be? Especially because they're not so different in color. They're very, very similar in color. The same thing with the greater than and less than, and then like the corners, those are very frustrating. But these, they drove me insane. Insane, you guys. I cannot even begin to describe how frustrating it was working on this, because the whole time I am like, what is happening here? I feel like, am I missing a color? Am I? Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'm hearing like stuff happening outside, throwing me off. But the symbols drove me insane, which definitely made this process take a lot longer. Do I think it's a super cute image? Yes. Do I think, I'll zoom you guys out so you can see a little bit more. Don't mind my desk. Do I think the overall effect of it is nice? Yeah, but like those little leaves, for example, each one of them probably had a minimum of 10 colors in it. Does it give you the same kind of effect? Probably not. Like these little white starbursts, in camera, they all look white, but there's white, gray, dark purple, light purple. Like, there's just so much. This background here is speckled with dark green and light green. Not sure why that was needed. Again, it's not my place to tell somebody how to render their canvas. And it does have, like, a beautiful gradient effect. I just felt like there was so much confetti that didn't actually add anything to the overall process. So for that reason alone, this is not a canvas that I would be like, everybody go need to get this in your collection. If you are somebody who loves a lot of confetti and they love that more muddled effect, the more watercolor effect, then this might be something for you. For me, like, the hair gets lost because the hair is the same colors as the background, and it's hard to tell, like, did they mean for this to, you can't tell if it's supposed to be behind or in front of the hair. I don't know. I like the shades of green and purple that were used in this. There was lots of shades of green, purple, and orange. But like her lips, for example, I think a better effect would have been if they were more in a solid color as opposed to this many shades, because it just looks speckled. And, you know, I hate coming on here and being like, hey guys, I didn't super love this, and let me talk to you guys for 10-15 minutes about how much I didn't love it. Because we all love this craft. That's why we do it. And I wanted this to be an enjoyable process, but I will tell you, I am very much looking forward to the fact that this is done and I can move on to my next one. But I think that's it. That's all I got for you guys. The glue did extend a little bit past the edge, so there is some residue at the bottom. Not a whole lot. But other than that, like, other than the issues I had with the glue, working on the canvas itself wasn't difficult, but the overall process for me was not a win. And on that note, I'm going to get out of here before I keep rambling on. I really wish, like, the little Jack Skellingtons in her hat and her earrings were more decipherable in person. They look more muddled than they do in camera. But that's it. That's all I got. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them down below. If you guys have done this canvas, let me know what your thoughts are on them. And if you are working on a Halloween canvas at the moment, please let me know down below what you are currently working on. With that being said, I'm going to skedaddle. If you guys enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like this or nothing like this at all, please make sure to give this video 2 thumbs up. One real life, one virtual. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Come join the Sparkle Squad. While you're there, hit that notification bell. I do not operate on any sort of schedule. I operate on Toddler Standard Time, and I record when my tiny human is sleeping or sleeping. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you on my next one. Bye, guys!